again and welcome to my channel. This tutorial is for the tassels to go on the scarves that I've been making. One or two people have asked me how to make the tassels. I'm not saying that this is the correct way, but it's the way that I make them. I do think that adding the tassels to the point of the the shawl scarf just finishes off the effect. Depending on how chunky you want the tassel, depends on how many times you'll wrap the yarn round whatever it is that you're going to use. So I'm going to make tassels for the last shawl scarf that I made, which is this one, and this has been made with green and blue yarns. So I'm going to make the tassel about the same size as the ones that I've just shown. So we've got the yarn, which in this case was a Stylecraft one, and for this particular size of tassel I'm going to use like a credit card just to wind the yarn around. I'm going to do it double so that it's a little bit quicker to wind around. So we're going to work long ways and just put the yarn onto the card and hold it with your thumb and then wrap around. If you want quite a chunky tassel, wrap it round more times, but I usually find about 15 to 20 times is usually enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So once we get to the size that you want, because it's going to be double this because we've got the yarn around both sides, we need to leave quite a long length of yarn, and you now need a needle with a large eye. I'm going to use this darning needle. So we just thread the yarn through, and then where the top of the card is there, we're going to put the needle underneath all of the thread, put the needle through the other way and pull tight. So we've now knotted the top, and we're going to do that again. So popping the needle underneath the yarn and then thread it through to form a slip knot. So we've now secured the top of the tassel. You can now safely slide the yarn off. We're going to now wrap the yarn around about 1.5 centimetres down. So again, use your finger as a guide, go round the top of the tassel and around your finger, and then just catch the yarn to knot, slide your finger out and then just pull tight, and that's going to create the bobble at the top. Making sure that you're keeping it tight, we're now going to wrap it round again and catch again under your finger and pull really, really tight. We're now going to catch underneath, so we're going to put the needle underneath where we've just tied and just wrap it round a couple of times just to secure where you've wrapped around, and then we're going to go underneath that securing bit there and pull up into the top of the tassel. We're going to secure with a couple of little wraparounds like so. Pull it tight. That's your first tassel formed. So now we just need to get some scissors. We're just going to snip all along the bottom until you've snipped each of the loops. Just make sure that we've snipped all of those, and there we've got the tassel. So to attach the tassel onto the scarf, I'm just going to thread through, just move the card away, and I'll do it on the centre point here where we've got the V of the scarf. I'm also going to make a tassel for each of these ends as well. And then to attach to the scarf, we're just going to go into where the centre point is, and then just stitch through the top of the tassel and back into that point. I'm going to do that a few times just to make sure that it's going to stay on. So just stitch round a few times just to secure the tassel to the scarf, and then I'm going to go down into the top of the tassel, pull the needle down and through, take off the needle, and then I'm going to just snip the ends of yarn to the same length as the tassel itself. So there we've got the tassel on the point of the scarf. The next tassel I'm going to make is for a bigger, a chunkier scarf, so I'm going to do the tassels a little bit longer, and for that I usually use a CD case. And because this one's going to be a longer tassel, I'm going to use the 3 strands to wind around, just so that it makes the tassel quicker. So again, hold with your thumb at the bottom and wind around. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Just unwind that slightly. I think that's going to be thick enough at that, because we've used 3 strands this time. So again, we need a long length of yarn at the top so that we can wrap it around the top of the tassel, and also to stitch it to the scarf. Again, I'm going to thread the 3 threads through the big-eyed needle, and it's exactly the same as before. We're going to go underneath all of the strands of yarn, and we're going to pull back through and pull tight, and then I do exactly the same thing again underneath all of the strands, loop it through and pull it tight. Once you've done that twice, it will usually be tight enough to hold the top of the tassel. Because this one's a little bit longer, I'm going to do the top part a little bit lower down, so probably about 2 centimetres. And again, around your finger, thread the yarn through and then pull tight to form the bobble, and then do it one more time around the tassel, around your finger, and then pull tight. As long as you pull that nice and tight, it will hold. And then we're going to again just go underneath the band there and just wrap around a couple of times just to secure that in place. And then we're going to go underneath and pull out up at the top here. And then just wrap around a couple of times around where we fastened it off there, just to secure it again. And there we've got the bigger tassel. Just move that out of the way. And then it's just a matter of taking the other end and snip off through each of the loops. Making sure that you've just cut through all of the loops there. And there we've got a longer tassel for a chunkier scarf. Oops, I can just see there's another couple there that we've not snipped off. There we go. And then just brush it down. If you want to tidy it off at the bottom, you can just hold the bottom end there and just trim so that all of the ends are the same size. And there we've got the bigger tassel. So we've got the smaller one on the green scarf here. That's done with any card that's a credit card size, and then the bigger one, I find that a CD case is probably the best size to do that one. I do hope you found this tutorial useful. I hope you'll now be adding tassels to all of the scarves that you've made. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.